It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Rodgers going to come out throwing. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The throw complete to the Tunyon. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 4 yards out. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 4th down, here's Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 14. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Gordon. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They run it here with Gordon. And some room to roam now. And all the way home for the Broncos score.
3rd down as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house. And now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, Gordon once more. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert O from 21 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
An inside give to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy, and that is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
50.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the former Colorado Buffalo, Crosby, puts this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Wilson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give them 32 on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Wilson.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Yep. And Gordon will work his way in for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.